Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, how's it going in your neck of the woods? Okay, so what the heck is brain dumping and why is it so special? Why do I love it and why should you love it? I think that's the most important question. So if you guys are familiar with brain dumping, you know how amazing and how powerful this is. I just absolutely love how brain dumping, it helps support change. It helps keeps us on track. It gives us clarity. It gives us kind of an alignment and a reflection point, a compass, and it also has a lot to do with self-care, okay? And you guys know this is what I love to do. This is the stuff that really turns my crank and gets me excited about life, okay? You know, this is what I love to do. To show up in your guys' world, add some inspiration, some tips, some tricks, some solutions, some life hacks, sometimes about business and network marketing, because you guys know that, social retail is my jam. And I have to give a big shout out to a couple new ladies on my team. You girls are just rocking your curiosity posts. I'm so excited about your new customers. Congratulations. But, if you're not in my social retail team, I like to provide some really great ideas and solutions and excitement within your week too. And this is why I show up. So I do know that there's enough sunshine and success out there for everybody, okay? This week especially, I'm not sure if it's the full moon that we just went through or it's just me really getting into and excited about 2019. We're in our first quarter. We've had all kinds of ideas and goals and plans and resolutions and hopes and dreams. And for a while there, it was like the squirrels up there in my head, like we're just going crazy. It's like my squirrels are just going nuts. But since the full moon, I got all the squirrels doing their thing up there, but all of a sudden it feels like they're having duck-like tendencies. The ducks are getting in a row, okay? And that is super exciting. And I know part of it is actually because I've been doing a lot of brain dumping. And that's why I want to share it with you guys, okay? Because there's nothing more powerful than remembering that we can't trust our memories, okay? Memory is only, is made for a couple things, but if we know that we can't trust memory and we feel that we're dropping the ball, interruptions happen, important stuff slips through the cracks. The thing is our brain goes in cycles, okay? It goes in cycles of, productivity and then non-productivity. It's kind of like the sun comes up and the sun goes down and then the moon comes up. The thing is that there's thousands of thoughts and ideas that are in our brains all the time. There's conversations that we have in ourselves. There's tendencies of procrastination, distraction, all the to-do lists, and they get all tangled up in there. And our minds are meant to create ideas. Our minds aren't meant to hold on to them very long, okay? It's kind of like when you go down to the grocery store with a mental list and you only remember, 6 or 7 things. They say the average person memory on the top of our head can only rattle, the magic number is 7. You can give or take 2 around that 7. So that's why brain dumping is so powerful, because it helps keep us aligned and focused, creates better organizations, reduces frustrations, helps keep us more balanced. We stop spinning our wheels. We stop doing the same old, creating anxiety and creating stress, even creating self-sabotage and, eliminating that negative chatter, and helps make us feel that we're not stuck, okay? We're in productivity mode. We're in do mode. So it increases our discipline, our planning, and it increases our chances of getting more stuff done, which feels amazing. It truly, truly does, okay? Because like I said, our brain is meant to create ideas, not to hold on to them. So a couple tools that we need to do, like we're going to need to do this task, is number 1 is you're going to need a notebook. of, any kind, or, I love old school cool of a notebook with a pen and paper, and I also like a highlighter, okay? So that's just me, but you can also use WordPad. You can also use other like notebook kind of record keeping apps within your phone or on your computer, okay? So the very first thing that I do, and I like Wednesdays, okay, call me crazy. Some people will choose to do this activity on a Saturday or a Friday or a Monday and feel fresh and energized. I like the midweek, is because usually by then we kind of know what has happened, what hasn't happened, what is still going on within my brain. Because when you get too much up here, it's like it's this tornado going on, and it's like, if you can imagine, if there's a tornado going on, you just can't grab one little idea or that idea because they're going by so quickly, and then we forget. So that's why brain dumping is so powerful. So what you have to do, and what we do, is we just take the pen and we start writing every single thing down. Maybe it is a hair appointment that you haven't made for yourself. Maybe it was, you promised to help your daughter with something. Maybe it is you're thinking about exploring a new course, or you meant to reach out to your friend and you haven't talked to her. Your grocery list. All of the things that are going on within your brain, to start writing them down, big and small. And it can be stuff that's like right now and today, stuff that has to get done this week, stuff that has to get done next month. So that's the great thing, is if we just I like the old school connection of having a pen and the paper and having that thought flow go from my brain down through my arm, through the pen and onto paper. And it's so freeing. It's a release action of getting it out of my brain, and then I don't stress over what I'm going to forget, and I'm not going to stress over what might slip through the tracks, and I'm not going to allow myself to feel frustrated and then beat myself up and have self-sabotage and that negative self-chatter, right? Because we're getting it down. Now we can do something with it. We've got this great big jumble of ideas, of things that are on our to-do list, and it can get big. It can get big in a huge hurry, and that's okay. Maybe it's just, adding stuff to your list, like cleaning off the kitchen table and getting rid of that pile of clutter, or finally recycling the bottles to the bottle depot, or taking something, downtown to the take it and leave it, or just, going through your shed or a shelf or a cupboard in your house. It just feels fantastic when we can do those little things and big things. And also within business, of course, maybe you've been meeting to reach out to that client, or follow up with that customer, or create that curiosity post on their page so they can get some free customer credits, and they're excited about sharing their results, but they don't know how to, but they know that you can within social retail. So the first step is to write everything down. The next step that I do is I take my highlighter and I mark through, or you can circle whatever you want to do, stuff that you can do today, okay? Because you're going to be making 3 lists. You're going to be pulling this apart into 3 different lists, which is your now list, which you're going to get done now, today, before the end of the day. And then you're going to have a next week. What's going to happen within the next 7 days? What is imperative that happens within the next 7 days? And then mark that with a different color if you want. And then in the next month, what's going to happen next month? Is there a deadline of a doctor's appointment? Is there a commitment that you have, that you've made, or what has to happen within the next month? So the next questions you would ask yourself, if you don't have a pen, is, do you need help to get that task done? Like if your next week task or your next month tasks, and your ideas that you've been brain dumping, what do you need help? Maybe you need some support, or maybe you need to outsource a project, or maybe you can't do it alone and you're going to need help to move that old dresser down to the recycling depot, or you're going to need help to do something. So do you strategize? Do you need help? Ask yourself the questions. Why am I procrastinating this? Like, what's holding me back? Sometimes we have deeper emotional things that are going on within our brains of, does it serve you? And understanding that procrastination and not dealing with stuff is a decision within itself also, but you have to decide, okay? And either way, Notice the triggers and the feelings that are going on. Enjoy this house cleaning activity. This brain cleaning activity is absolutely beautiful because you stop doing the same things. You stop forgetting. Your anxiety decreases. So don't beat yourself up and feel bad. It's like, oh, this has been on my to-do list for a year. Okay, don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. Say, Roxanne, it's okay. I'm going to get it done because it's written down now. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to stress over it anymore. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to deal with next week and all of a sudden realize that the planning of this activity, the breaking down of how it's going to get scheduled or how it's going to be implemented or how it's going to get done might not get done now till February. So it's going to roll into your next month. Same thing, that's okay. But then just shift it to that list. Keep on strategizing the conversations you have to have, the collaboration, the brainstorming you might have to have with a teammate or a coworker or a friend to get that task done. Break it down and communicate with the folks that you need for it to happen, okay? It feels absolutely amazing. A little personal note that I want to share with you is, of course, also reflecting of the woman that you are. Are you a morning bird? Do you like waking up early and that's when you're most productive? Is that when your brain works the best? Or are you a night owl? Okay. That will allow you to figure out what tasks on your now list are going to get done or your next week list are going to get done. Or if you're like me and your husband works shift work, there's some tasks that I do when he goes to work. So this now task or next week task is also going to be penned in when he's gone to work or when he's sleeping, if I can do it quietly within the house. So think about that, okay? Another great strategy is to give yourself enough quiet time, okay? We are busy creatures, but we also have YouTube running in the background, or a meditation musical channel running, or the TV's on over there, and all this noise is also decluttering in our mind or cluttering our mind. So to declutter and to brain dump, like turn off the TV, turn off your phone, turn off the sound of your computer and dust your house or fold your laundry in quiet, clean your bedroom in quiet, and allow your brain to work its magic while your fingers are doing mundane tasks that we can do with our eyes closed, okay? We know how to fold laundry almost with our eyes closed. We can Swiffer sweep the floor. We can do regular mundane tasks and allow in quiet and allow our mind to get loud, okay? Allow our mind to get loud so you can get it down on paper and write it down, okay? I strongly, strongly encourage you to do this amazing, freeing activity. It feels so good. You will not believe it. You're going to be having so much of sense of pride and accomplishment. You're going to feel lifted and empowered and strong. And allow yourself to step away from your list and then come back to it, because it's going to evolve. One little idea is going to trickle into the next idea, and it's so exciting. So, like I said, I am very passionate about this. I've been doing it for a while. It is amazing. It has been life-changing within my business. It has been, relationship changing within, how I communicate with my team, my family, my spouse, my beloved beast, of just knowing that I feel more organized. I feel more balanced. I have less frustrations. I'm not spinning my wheels anymore, and I'm not having the same self-sabotage and negative conversations in my head, beating myself up because I've forgotten something again, okay? So, it's okay to plan things. I said I was going to do the recycling, but then it got to -20. So it's okay to push that off for a couple of days. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just know as soon as it gets warm, that's going to be added to your today now tasks, okay? So let me know in the comments if you're familiar with brain dumping. Of course, if you want more information on this, like I said, drop notes in the comments. I'm going to be fleshing this out. I'm happy to share, and you guys have a fabulous evening. And of course, at the beginning of the conversation, when I mentioned social retail, if you're not familiar with this beautiful business within network marketing and building our businesses online within this beautiful profession, ask me about it. Happy to share. If you're shy, send me a personal message, and I look forward to chatting with you ladies tomorrow on the sunny side of life. Bye, guys.